Welcome to the Mujiwara Sketches YouTube channel, buddy. Luffy confronts the formidable enemies Saturn and Kizaru on Egghead Island, setting the stage for an epic showdown in the latest chapter of One Piece. With the fate of the world hanging in the balance, Luffy's Gear 5 may hold the key to victory. In Chapter 1108 of One Piece, the anime's creator, Eiichiro Oda, makes a scary statement about how powerful an Emperor of the Sea really is. After seeing Admiral Kizaru apparently harm Vegapunk, Luffy, the captain of the Straw Hat Pirates, seems ready to do anything to get back at him and St. J. Garcia Saturn for their crimes. Luffy held Saturn and Kizaru back in his huge Gear 5 form, gently asking them if they thought he would let them escape unscathed. Luffy's evil glint makes it look like he might use the full power of a Yonko in one piece, which makes people wonder how the fight will end. Is the Hito Hito no Mi model, Nika's Gear 5, the best ability on the island now that Luffy is holding back two of the strongest people on Egghead? Part 1. Who are the main players on the Egghead? The situation on Egghead Island is getting worse because there are many very strong fighters with their own goals who want to take control of the war and reach their goals. Some people think that the result of this fight will completely change the world, but it's still not clear what this really means. The Straw Hat Pirates are trying to get away with Bartholomew Kuma's body, Dr. Vegapunk, his satellites, and Jewelry Bonnie. Dozens of marine warships and vice admirals are blocking their way. Admiral Kizaru and St. J. Garcia Saturn, one of the 5 elders, are in charge of this invasion force. The rebuilt giant warrior pirates are also involved. They help the Straw Hats escape by keeping them safe and stopping the Marines' approach. Finally, a group of Blackbeard pirates led by Van Auger and Katarina Devon has also arrived on the island, but no one knows what their plans are. Part 2. The greatest threat to the Straw Hats' escape. When things are this tight, the battle's tide could shift in either direction, and no one knows who will win as things get even hotter. At this point, Saturn and Kizaru seem to be the biggest problems for the Straw Hats getting away. This is especially true since Jewelry Bonnie was able to stop Egghead's Buster Call with the help of the Mark III Pacifista, which she now controls. After his first change, which looked like the waking state of a magical Zoan devil fruit, Saturn became even less human and changed into a new, more dangerous form. Saturn, like a demon spider, possesses poison all over his body that can kill anyone who touches it. Saturn is unlikely to release the Straw Hats easily, and defeating him will be challenging due to his self-healing abilities. Part 3. How Gear 5 gives Luffy an edge. Ever since it first manifested during Luffy's climactic battle with Kaido on the rooftop of Onigashima, he has possessed the power to challenge the world government. It takes a while for Luffy to get used to his Devil Fruit awakening and its limits, especially since using it for long amounts of time puts a lot of stress on his body. Luffy's fantasy, at its core, gives him the power to change reality to suit his needs through Gear 5. The main way Luffy uses it is to quickly and easily switch between the different skills he gains in his Gear 2, Gear 3, and Gear 4 forms, without any problems or delays. His Gomu Gomu no Gigant state, in which he grows his body to the size of a real giant, is one of the most dangerous uses of this form. This is only second to Luffy's Gomu Gomu no Budge Rum Gun attack, which destroyed an island and defeated Kaido. Luffy struck Kaido with a colossal hand, delivering a devastating punch infused with advanced armament haki and Conqueror's haki. This move cannot be employed against Egghead due to the extensive collateral damage it would cause. Consider this. This thought could also be the reason why Luffy hasn't been able to end the Egghead fight faster. Part 4. Could Luffy beat both Saturn and Kizaru? Luffy can't fight without any restrictions because his friends and crew are spread out across the different levels of Egghead. Doing so would put them in danger and damage the island's infrastructure. Lucky for Luffy, Bonnie, Kuma, Frankie, and Atlas are no longer in danger, and Sanji is on his way to join them with a dying Vegapunk. This gives him a little more room to make his strikes stronger and cover more ground. The two opponents Kizaru meets are more tense than he normally is. This is probably because he feels guilty about possibly killing Vegapunk. That said, it might be safe to say that he is not as dangerous as Saturn. Even if Luffy is smarter and better at fighting than Saturn, he still has to deal with Saturn's ability to heal itself. Luffy has a tough time with this because his main style of fighting is using brute force to beat opponents into defeat. Because of this, Luffy might need help from outside sources to beat Saturn, even if he is putting the Gorosei on the defensive. It is clear that an emperor is stronger than an admiral and maybe even the 5 elders. However, it is still unclear whether Luffy will be able to escape without harm, even though he is definitely in a better position. you can be sure that the Egghead incident is almost at its peak, and the ending will almost certainly change the world of One Piece forever. Summary and highlights. If Luffy goes to Egghead Island, will his Gear 5 help him beat strong enemies like Saturn and Kizaru? The fate of the world is at stake, so Luffy has to fight tough enemies in a complicated war. If Luffy wants to change the world, he will have to fight Saturn and Kizaru in the Egghead incident. And that concludes our analysis of One Piece, Chapter 1108. What an exhilarating journey it has been. As Luffy faces off against Saturn and Kizaru, the excitement and tension continue to build. But remember, the Straw Hat's adventure is far from over. Be sure to subscribe to stay updated on all things One Piece and join us next time as we delve deeper into the world of pirates, devil fruits, and epic battles. Thank you very much for visiting the Mugiwara Sketches YouTube channel, buddy. We hope you enjoy our funny sketch videos and anime reviews. Don't forget to subscribe to continue joining us on our joyful journey in the world of anime. If you have any wishes, questions, or suggestions for our next videos, feel free to express your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for your support, and until we meet again. See you next time, buddy.